couple tips for people if they're getting into this, into like a sales event type hype campaign, and the creative that they're going to use, the actual ads they're going to create. You mentioned like having someone on camera, and we've learned this, having someone on camera is paramount. Like it's crazy. It's like a spokesperson, and they can be goofy, they can be serious, they can be conversational, but having someone very real,
like we actually have research in doing voiceovers versus someone on camera, and the on camera works so much better, and that kind of irks me a little bit on LinkedIn. I have a lot of respectable marketers on there, but a lot of people are pushing like the AI voiceover, which, I mean, if you have a limited budget, it might be great. But for me, just a voiceover, it's not the same as cutting to someone talking. You can still have B-roll and stuff, but like actually seeing someone talking to you, I think it just makes it so much more like relatable.
I was gonna say, like, I'm sure like some of the voiceover stuff has worked a little bit. Like if we look at it, like we've talked about the Memorial Day when we had like the graphic big, but it was like a combination of huge graphics, the product and B-roll being prominent, and then the voiceover was just supporting. We don't know, like, I would love to look to see how much of that data do people actually turn the audio on in those instances, because where I'm going at here is
that's a good thing. So like, do they turn your question is, do they turn it on when they see someone speaking more? Which actually, if I think about it, I do that.
For me, I interact with social videos differently, but I don't turn audio on most of the time because I want to have it on my headphones or whatever. But let's say I will watch actually more social media probably on my computer than most people do, because I'll do it while I'm like rendering out a video or something. But I always have closed captionings on, because but I also will say the videos that have burnt in, we didn't really talk about this, but have the burnt in closed captions, so have the titles, have the text burnt into the video. And what that means, Cody's looking at me, I don't know if he knows what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like the text, it looks like closed captioning, but you can't turn it on and off. It's actually built into, it's graphics built into it. But I will say, when I read, this is why the 3-second hook, or having like true, like when you say something that it's actually interesting, it's actually thinking about almost Dr. Seussing it, right? Like having like a rhyme, like think about a national brand, someone who's really good at that is like the Power of the Home Depot. They always will have like this really catchy intro, normally in audio with their voiceover or whatever. But if I would have read that on text, it would have probably triggered me to turn it on. So sometimes on social, what gets me is emotional stuff. So if I see someone saying like, I can't believe, I was able to save $10,000 or something like that, and you read that before you turn the audio on, I guarantee you're probably going to turn it on and figure out how the heck did they win or how did they produce $10,000, whatever it was.
That I do agree with. I completely forgot about that. That was another new part of our strategy is text overlays, right? And it's our own closed captioning. The reason we do, you can just use the Facebook build, but sometimes it's not going to.
Well, you can edit those. Most people they just don't take the time to do it.
Yeah, I was doing that early on, right? But what's cool about doing
both, I think you should have at least have the auto closed captionings always on, like, because you can turn that. You can, I think not always on, but I think like when you upload it, when you upload the video, you should just say, go ahead and auto closed caption it for people that. I think there's a SEO play there, like it.
Oh, that could be
running the closed caption.
Oh, that's a fun part. But we kind of talked about that. We can talk about that more in like general content strategy at some point when we do. I think we definitely.
General. I think you do a whole episode just about like the text and stuff.
One of the ideas is think about like if you have text. So just kind of finish my thought from a second ago was the cool thing about doing your own custom text is you can change the colors of it. You can make them big, and you can make certain words big and bold, and
highlight certain words.
And that's the fun part of it, right? But to Casey's point, like let's say you have words in there, or like you have an entire video talking about something in particular, you can actually use this to kind of create search demand for your product or your service that you're online. You're trying to get people to search something on Google so that you can start ranking for that word. If you're already indexing, you're already kind of ranking, you might be able to, if they search your brand plus that word, it's going to be great. So why not put those words in your video ads, like, so for example, it would be like, CBRN, the CBRN mask, like our brand plus CBRN, and you're going to pop up.
And this is applicable not just to a sales event. Again, we're talking about
that is Monday, that
Black Friday sales event. I did that backwards, but
and the way we're doing this is our brand name plus BOGO free sale, and that way we're not really doing that for the SEO part. It's literally just to capture more leads. Like we just we see it in our attribution software. Again, shout out Northbeam. where basically people are starting maybe on YouTube, or they're starting on an influencer or Facebook, but they actually end up going to search our brand name, and that's what's getting the last click attribution. But reality, they would have never known to search our brand if they did not see our video somewhere else.